warm welcome to you wherever you're watching us from. This is an English edition of Dalsan TV and my name is Abdulrazak Ali. Let's have a look at some of the stories that are making headlines here in Somalia. Somalia president accuses Ethiopia of attempting to block him in attending AU summit. Al-Shabaab confirms deaths of 2 kidnapped Cuban doctors. Sodma commissioner meets UAE ambassador. And Minister of Interior meets Arab League ambassador to Somalia. Welcome back. The president of the federal government of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has accused the Ethiopian government of attempting to block him in attending the African Union summit in Addis Ababa. According to President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, Ethiopian armed soldiers tried to block him twice in attending the summit.
In another incident that I would like to shed light on is what has happened this morning here in Addis Ababa. This morning when I prepared myself to come and attend the closed session of the summit, the Ethiopian security has blocked my way. They refused me to come out of the hotel and go on with my cars and entourage to come to the sea. It took me a long time to stay there, and at the end I come with another president's cars and entourage. And when we came to the African Union headquarters again, the 2 presidents of us, the president of the Republic of Djibouti and myself, again we were blocked to enter the African Union headquarters. Soldiers with a gun stood in front of us and denied an access to this facility. This is the behavior that we are seeing. And I heard that it was not me, other heads of states also were there, who have experienced similar behavior. The nice words of Prime Minister Abiy has no significance. His actions and the actions of the Ethiopia makes the significant. And the actions of Ethiopia as of today is to annex part of Somalia to Ethiopia and to disrespect the African Union summit participants, me. So the question is now, how Africa can be seen as an emerging power by being part of the G20 and many other forums when some members of the African Union, of the African continent, are not respecting.
Now, the militant group Al-Shabaab has announced the death of 2 Cuban doctors it kidnapped in 2019 in northeastern region of Kenya. According to the group, the 2 Cuban doctors died as a result of an airstrike conducted by the United States in Jilib. In a statement released on the messaging platform Telegram, the militant group Al-Shabaab announced on Saturday that 2 Cuban doctors, Asel Herrera and Landy Rodriguez, had been killed in a U.S. airstrike in Jilib town, located in the lower Juba region of Somalia. However, the claim made by the Al-Shabaab has yet to be independently verified, leaving room for uncertainty regarding the circumstances surrounding their demise. Asel Herrera and Landy Rodriguez were taken hostage in 2019 from the northeastern region of Kenya. The doctors were an integral part of a Cuban medical mission that aimed to provide healthcare services in remote rural areas. The abduction drew condemnation from the international community, who expressed deep concern for their safety. On February 14th, the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM, reported conducting an airstrike against Al-Shabaab in Yag Dabeil area of the lower Juba region on February 9th. The airstrike resulted in the death of 2 militants. This targeted operation forms part of a broader strategy by the US military to counter the activities of Al-Shabaab in Somalia. Sources close to the Somali government have made allegations that Al-Shabaab executed the Cuban doctors after holding them captive for years. It is claimed that during their captivity, the doctors were forced to undergo training in medical practices by the militant group. The situation surrounding the deaths of Asel Herrera and Landy Rodriguez remains uncertain, as independent verification is yet to be obtained. The Commissioner of the Somali Disaster Management Agency, Mahmoud Abdulle, has held talks with the United Arab Emirates ambassador to Somalia. According to the Commissioner, he met the ambassador of the UAE, Ahmed Juma Al-Rumadi, at the embassy in Mogadishu. The Commissioner of the Somali Disaster Management Agency, Mahmoud Mualim Abdulle, paid a visit to the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, Ahmed Juma Al-Rumadi, at the embassy in Mogadishu. The purpose of this visit was to express his deepest sympathies for the recent and unfortunate loss of 3 courageous officers at General Gordon Camp. The 3 officers had arrived in Somalia with the mission of assisting in the reconstruction of the Somali armed forces. Commissioner Mahmoud Mualim Abdulle recognized the sacrifices made by these valiant officers and sought to convey his condolences directly to the UAE ambassador. The UAE has been steadfast ally in the reconstruction and development efforts of Somalia, providing vital assistance in various sectors, including disaster management. The Commissioner highlighted the significant contributions made by the UAE in strengthening the capacity of the Somali armed forces. He emphasized the importance of collaboration and partnership between the two nations in ensuring the stability and security of Somalia. He reiterated the UAE's commitment to standing by Somalia during these difficult times and pledged to further enhance cooperation in areas of mutual interest. Now on to our next story. The Minister of Interior of the Federal Government of Somalia, Ahmed Fiqi, has held talks with the Arab League ambassador to Somalia, Abdullahi bin Mudlaq.
Somalia's Minister of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Ahmed Mualim Fiqi, has on Sunday received in his office in the capital Mogadishu the ambassador of Arab League to Somalia, Abdullahi bin Mudlaq al-Kutaiba. The meeting discussed various critical issues, primarily the reconciliation issues and stabilization process of the areas liberated from Al-Shabaab militant group in the country. The discussion also focused on bolstering cooperation between the ministry and the Arab League in the fields of peace building in Somalia and other significant issues. The minister thanked the ambassador for the visit and underscored the government undertaking to stabilizing and integrating government services in areas recently liberated from the insurgent group. He emphasized the Somali federal government unwavering commitment to eradicating Al-Shabaab from the Horn of Africa nation, where they have been wreaking havoc for decades. Ambassador Al-Kutaiba, on his part, commended the Somali government for the positive trajectory it has towards stabilization efforts and fight against Al-Shabaab, which has gained momentum across the country. He reiterated the Arab League commitment to further supporting Somalia in its endeavor for peace and stability and elimination of terror group.
Now that story brings us to the end of this bulletin. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. We wish you a lovely evening. Till we meet again, bye-bye.